Very good day, everybody. Welcome to another video. I am your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. And today's flight will take us, let's get the pump out of the way. Today's flight will be flying the TFDi design MD-11 again from Memphis International Airport to the Chicago O'Hare International Airport in the United States of America, both of them. It's going to be a flight of about 1 hour and 40 minutes, I believe, something like that. Or like overall, I believe it's like a 1 hour 30 minute flight, something around that time span. We are parked here at the FedEx hub in Memphis. They have a huge hub here at this airport. The north part of the airport is basically all you'll see is just FedEx planes everywhere. It is not very busy, so I'm guessing they're all out delivering, but here it is. So we just downloaded some FedEx livery from flightsim.io. I'm not sure if it's something in my settings or if it's the livery. I mean, I'm not dissing anybody, just to make that sure. It's just free livery, you know, so it's appreciated. Oh, actually, I think it looks like it's supposed. Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's a little bit worn. Look at that. I did not spot it. So yeah, I'm guessing it's all credit go to the developer of this livery. But it looks a little bit funny. But that's probably a setting with my graphics card. So you can see the white, some white flickering going on while moving. And it looks a little bit funny, but when you inspect up close, it looks actually like it's intentional. It looks like it's just, you know, damaged or whatever. Like, not really sure though. It looks actually a little bit funny. Not that I care, and it's not really about reviewing anything. You know, we're just here to have some fun. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I figured, as I said on the other video, I would like to fly the MD-11 again. I'm a little bit scared of it because it's been a while, and my head's been like totally engulfed in the RJ families, so the RJ70, RJ85, RJ100. So that's I guess a good reason to just do it and get ourselves around our brains around this airplane, or get my brain around this airplane. So here we are at Memphis. We're using real-world time, real-world weather. Let me just quickly double-check, because the other day it should be fine now. Real time, real weather. There you go. Okay. Because the other day I thought that was the real-world time, and I wasn't. Real-world weather and real time. So here we are then. We are not using GSX, but we are using the Aero simple traffic tool, and that's probably also the reason that tool understands that this part of the airfield will actually be populated by FedEx aircraft, which actually is the case, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy to see that. So let's hop on in and get everything going. Let me quickly do a little sound check here. Alright, it sounds like a baby canary taking a bath. So yeah, where did we start? I loaded up the flight plan here, so KMEM to KORD. So cost index 115. And then, so the overall time would be 1 hour 46 minutes, and the air time 1 hour 18 minutes. We're all on kilograms here. That's good. That's what I like. And yeah, let's see. So basically we have to just start to suck it up. There is external power available. Let's first turn on the batteries. And I am going to put this on arm, even though I do remember from some time ago there was some issue that I did there. So let's be mindful of this button right there. So we turn on the navigational system of the aircraft. The aircraft is now going to try and acquire the GPS position. and then there's the external power available, so we turn that on, and we're getting some tests executed immediately. For the rest, we can wait with the APU a little bit, I guess. Let's turn on some lights, so let's turn on the nav lights, and I think that's basically it for now. I always do like the overhead, or actually all the instrument lights to be on, and maybe these as well. Well, let's just do that all over the aircraft now that we're at it. Do we have any light buttons down here? Not that I see right now. And then there was something, what was this? The timer. So maybe we're good, we got some lights going on. It is not dark at all, so we don't really have an immediate need for them. Alright, so let's set up the FMC. I believe in this aircraft we can just copy the entire flight plan to the FMC, so it's pretty nice. So we have the MD-11F. And we should have the correct RX cycle. There we go. So flight plan needed. Then I believe the shortcut also works, so send flight plan to FMC. And then we got KMEM, KORD. The flight number will be FedEx 812. And cost index 115, and the cruising altitude, flight level 360. The cost index 115, put that there, CI, and a flight level 360. And what was temperature and wind again? We do not have the OFP here, do we? No, we do not. Temperature and wind, let me check the OFP here off the screen. The one that you get from Simbrief. Then I'm thinking 069274. But I'm not sure if this says out of range. If we do 069, oops. Temperature and wind, let's see. So could be the temperature plus 02, and then maybe average wind component. Not sure, so -3 plus 2. Can we give that a shot? So -3 slash plus 2. And enter it like that. And I guess it accepts it. I initialize IRS. So that's basically the init page. If you go to the next one, you should have all the weight numbers. We'll do that in a little bit. For this, as you can see, this looks similar to the Airbus MCDU, so we can follow the different, sequence, if you will. So we started with the, basically the TFDi. So flight plan should be in. It's a very short flight plan. Really, there's not a lot going on there. So let's go to the departure and arrive. So checking the OFP now. So our departure will be from 36 left, and we have the GT5 departure. So first of all, runway 36 left. The most important important that you get the correct runway right. Oh, we use this one. That's my bad. 36 left. And then I got Elvis. That's pretty cool. The GT5. And we insert it, and that is sitting in the flight plan. So we do the same. We just go to flight plan again, and then the last page. OK ORD, click it, and then there's the star, and the button to the right of it, you click it. So our star will be the throttle 6 for 27 center. So throttle 6 for 27 center, so let's first get to runway 27 center, ILS 27 center, and we got the throttle 6. There you go. Insert. And we'll check the discontinuities in a little bit. For now it looks like we got something to work with actually. GT and then ODATE. I think we can clear that discontinuity right there without checking. And I'm thinking this as well. So let's clear that also. So that is all out. And then we got vectors. So this is the bit that we will check later on. We can do that during the cruise. So we got the flight plan, so the Neverhead page should auto-populate, and it's doing that for us. So then comes the Unit B page. So the weight. Excuse me. And I believe we can just click Set Payload and Fuel. It says error setting payload. Whoops. So set payload. And now set payload and fuel doesn't send it for some reason. So what does it want to know? So it keeps on saying insufficient fuel. We'll look at that in a little bit. And might have something to do with the winds. I believe we can download the winds and everything. We'll have a look at that in a little bit. It is wise, however, to have a look at the fuel that we're supposed to be carrying. So that's 21,040 kilograms of fuel. That's 3 engines. So we'll have, I believe we have 3 tanks for that. At least in the overhead, so it should be like 3 times 7-ish. So let's see if that appears to be the case. Not really. This is saying like 15,000. And that does not appear. So let's see. I'm not sure if this aircraft has a menu for that as well. Can we go menu? Oh, that is actually the menu already. They have I don't think it's on the maintenance page. So maybe it's not here. So let's check the ESP. And then there's options. Weight units, imperial metric. So it should be metric. So if we now go to dispatch. Not making any kind of sense here. Let's look at the overhead panel now. That's still reading 15,000. Oh, we didn't save. Okay, metric and save. option saved successfully. That's pretty sweet. We're 21,000 kilograms there. And then now we have, okay. So what's that? Around 7,000 kilograms of fuel. That doesn't look enough at all. The payload and fuel, that is now set. And then we have 3 times 7,000 finally, so that's looking good. Stand by 1 second. I mean, I'm so cool, sometimes my body gets hot, you know. Excuse me. Take a little sip there. So, what else? Still saying insufficient fuel, but that has nothing to do. Might come back, I think. So this rip unit B, so we got the weight as well. On this page, fuel entry field, quantity dump to grocery dump time, no. So performance page, but it's actually you go to the TO/APPR, so take off approach base. Here we can set some flex temperatures and all of that. And I believe this aircraft does have a performance calculator. So Memphis and our runway will be 36 left. Runway length, let's get the weather information, get the takeoff weight, plus setting flex. No anti-ice flaps optimum, specific flaps none. Packs will be off during takeoff. So we calculate, and it should give us V1 speed of 131 knots, a rotate speed of 131 knots, and V2 at 163 knots, with a flex temperature of 59 degrees, and the flaps go to the 25 position. So flex temperature will be 59. So 5-9er, we enter it in there. And slope and wind, that was, what did they want from us here again? Wind, I believe, 5 they want, and then slope 0.4. So 0.4 for the slope, and then 5 for the wind. I believe that's what it wants. So we've had wind of 5 knots and the outside air temperature 1 degree centigrade. Oh, and I think that's wrong. You have to put in, it's the wrong format. So with some aircraft you have to put in 1C. Which, yeah, so that's what we'll do. Then the flaps will be 25, as we saw. And then we get the speeds 136, 136, 168, which is not what we went for. We should have 131, 131, 163. So let's see if we can enter this ourselves. 131, 131, 163. So that's that. And I think basically we should be down here for now. And does this have like a zenith page or progress page? Wind? So maybe we're good. Let's put it on flight plan for now. And I think we should start up the APU. We do not have any passengers. This is going to be a cargo run. So yeah, it's just a FedEx flight delivering diapers, matches, chips, envelopes, you know, what have you. Guitar strings. Here we go. Okay. So for the APU, you just turn on APU power, and that will start blinking. See if we can have a look and listen. You can already hear it outside. This is such a cool sound. It's like the sound you hear when you're at the airport, you know. You get out of the airport, or you arrive before you go in, you will hear these planes, and you know, you will hear the roaring of the engines, and you will hear this high whirring noise just heard. And here it is. There's the APU valve thingy. With our beautiful MD-11. Such a cool plane, man. Look at all the metal right there. I mean, how cool is that? Right, so APU is on. Power is available, so we can click APU. And it should mean that we should be able to turn off the external power. So we go to services and we disconnect the GPU. The wheel chocks are still in place, let's not forget. Alright, anything else up here? We can select the engine ignition alpha. And immediately you can hear the packs are being turned off. That's quite interesting. Let's do that again. That's nice. So would that mean that if we would have configured the aircraft? No, I don't think that is. Not really sure. Anyway, this sounds about right. We will not be using the packs when we take off. Alright, so that is that bit. We do not have passengers, but let's turn on the fasten seatbelt sign nonetheless. Let's also turn on the beacon light, indicating that we are about to start our engines. We are on the emergency exit lights. Excuse me, I feel like I have a little bit of a cold. So I'll try not to speak too loud into the mic so that you will not get my virus. And then the hydraulic system giving us faults, probably because the engines simply are not running. And did we have fuel pumps? Should be down here, but they are basically all on. For some reason these two are off, but I'm not touching them, probably just going to give an error. It actually goes, they should go manual. Let's keep it on system. I think we should be able to start our engines. See anything else? We do not have any display here on the left. This is actually not new. I remember we had the same issue some time before as well. And that may have something to do with the emergency power. So I think what we did was basically switch it off and switch it off and on. And looks like that did the trick. DG disagree, so I think center of gravity, is that center of gravity disagree? Is that we did not set the trim yet? And did we have any trim setting in the performance? I'm not really sure. Was it this aircraft? Let me think here now. Actually, I think I hear the packs starting to work again. So no, it's not this aircraft. Let's press B for the local QRH. So let's try and trim it. Like we have this display here. It's 3.0 now, and there's the green section over there. And maybe we don't have hydraulics, so I don't think we can trim just yet. So let's carry on. I think we should just start our engines now. Seatbelts, APU. So let's just let's have a look. So we need to go runway 36 left. That's all the way over there. So basically we get out here, go like that, then turn left and just follow all the way down. I did have an interesting issue with my Navigraph. Usually I can just press Control N and it will minimize the window. For some reason it's just not doing it today. I'll check that out later. Anyway, we do have our position, so let me show you our taxi route. And you know, we've been flying the RJ, which is extremely maneuverable on the ground and very light. And this aircraft is very sluggish. It's like a fat whale. So we're here, so we push back nose to the left, facing west. We follow on Victor, and then onto November. We cross runway 9er. We carry on November. Looks like there's some highways running under the taxiway there. We keep on following November, just for simplicity's sake, all the way down, and then we get onto the runway at hotspot number 2 there. So for now we push back with the nose to the left. So let me get my little pushback helper and connect the tug. Which button do I need? This one. So what I do need to do immediately, now that the tug is connecting, go to services and we remove the wheel chocks. So our total is free, if you will. Let's also set up our, we're just gonna go flight level 360. Oh, that's not fast, amazing. 360 and profile. And profile is armed, so that's good. What else do we have? FMS speed.
You need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
And let me turn off GSX. This is the bit that just keeps it running anyway, regardless whether I load it in or not. Alright, and let's push back. So here we go. That's a pretty nice job. Cool. Alright, so the tug can go. And let's set the parking brake. And it is have the look. I remember having some issue with this as well. Parking brake did not want to set or something. Alright, so let's see what happens. Let's start up engine number 1. So there goes the N2. I'm thinking this aircraft probably around 10% as well. And then we add the fuel. Let's get our radio panel. 5121. And the transponder goes to on. So there's definitely one engine starting up there. I'm curious if this influences the parking brake, yes or no. At least we're not moving yet, so that's good. So do we have a hydraulics page? Hydraulics, and where is that displaying? There you go. And then can we see if we have hydraulic pressure? How does this work? So I think we do have from engine number 3. We might have a little bit of hydraulic pressure on one system. I would think from reading that. Can we set the parking brake with that? Parking brake on. Cool. Alright, let's start engine number 2. And then engine number 2 is the junior engine here in the middle, in the tail fin of the aircraft. Well, just like my girl used to say, that is one big motherfucker, man. Alright. Let's go engine number 1. We'll see it start wearing up a little bit. And then we give it a little bit of juice. Get going properly. Right, so engine number 1 is starting up as well. We have 2 running engines sitting idle, 24.4, EGT 320, 321. Alright, so we have 3 running engines. So very good. So let's set the flaps. So that's the dial of flap system. And the 25, I believe we actually have to dial that in all the way down. Flaps 25. Now for trimming. So we are now on the hydraulics page. Actually, now we can see we have 3 hydraulic systems, it looks like. I'm not sure how this works. I mean, do they sort of connect in case of an emergency? Do you do anything with something called AOG? I don't know. But, well, we're getting there. Slowly finding out a little bit more. And what were we checking actually? Engine. There you go, that's the engine page. The APU N1 is dropping. So it looks like the APU has been turned off automatically. Yes, that's the case. That's cool. So let's set the trim somewhere in the green range. Let's just go for the middle. The Goldilocks zone or whatever. Something around there. So the fuel is now 20,900 kilograms. So we did use a little bit of fuel with the APU and with starting the engines. Auto brake. We'll go to TO for takeoff. So we have profile on it. APU is off. That's something I remember not checking, so I'm trying to get into the habit of really checking my TFD and seeing as soon as I turn off in which aircraft, doesn't matter, just check if AP or something the way they call it there. The Boeing is CMD, it's AP in some planes, it's AP on or AP off in this one. Just if it's there, just make sure that it's on. Which is now it is not, but that's supposed to be, so that's very good. Our V2 speed was 263. I'm going to dial it in, but I believe actually aircraft will manage the speed for us. What happens if we click FMS speed, so that's in for now. So we have our V1, V rotate and V2 up here as well, and the flaps are at 25. They're hidden in the corner. I'm thinking should probably be good to go. We're squawking Charlie, and we're not going to really bother with the radios too much. So I say let's go. Did I just hit the button? This is the landing lights. So here we have taxi lights. And then the wing and runway turn-off lights, left-hand light. Nav light should be on, right? Yeah, that's already on. Let's turn on the logo light as well. But this does not have a strobe then? Should it not have a strobe? Alright, so parking brake released. And let's get going. Let me have a look here. So yeah, to taxi this aircraft is absolutely a challenge, because when we go full rudder, go left on the rudder, so I'm using the rudder basically. It's just extremely sluggish. I'm not really sure what the trick is. Maybe it's speed, maybe you should just go really slow, I don't know. So the ground speed is now 14 knots. So I think we should keep on going for a little bit. Then we cross the runway 09 over there. So these little turns, you know, it takes, you know, easily. But it's the 90-degree turns, you know, like the bigger ones, they are definitely a challenge. So speed is now 29 knots, so let's take it easy on the speed here for a little bit. So just to quickly check our taxi routes. So left onto November, and we just basically follow. Control N still doesn't work. So let's take it really slow, and then I don't know what the sweet spot is, but you can see it's really like if I brake and almost come to a standstill, that's sort of when it makes the sharpest turns. And then brake again, look, otherwise it's just going. This is very hard to control. And maybe it's also a little bit of a matter of perspective, because looking outside it looks relatively decent, really. Oh, this sound, man. That's so cool. So let's try to get the engines down to about to around 30% N1. And seeing some concerning stuff happening here, so let's take it really slow. Look at this ditch in the road. It looks like some custom scenery for the airport could actually be really cool. Look at this, man. I'm hoping this is not real, and I'm betting it is not. So let's have a little more power to get out of this hole here. Okay, looks like we survived that. So that was actually the highway that we saw earlier. In some airports it's like that, and it's actually so cool. Ground speed 18. Gonna do something really stupid and quickly get a refill for my iced tea. Right, here we are again. It looks like we're still doing well. what's our ground speed? 24. Engines are, oh, they look like they're in reverse. Let's get idle. Yeah, so maybe we can just keep on taxiing at idle. See how far it will take us. And here we're going downhill. I remember there was an airport, but I don't remember which one, where you would be in. Currently, Microsoft Flight Simulator, a standard, like a default airport in the United States, and you're on the taxiway, and there's like a serious gap that could probably just hurt your aircraft. I've seen more of those, well, consistent inconsistencies. There's our runway coming up. We will be taking the final turn there to the right. Let's turn on the landing lights. We'll also turn on the no smoking. And let's put the T-gas system to TARA. Let me quickly check the ground speed, 25. Let's take the first one here, in case we overshoot, then at least we have some leeway on the left. So when to turn, I have no clue. I'm just eyeballing it. So here we go. Looking quite okay, looking a little bit sharp really actually. But interesting how you can see the front wheel. I mean, it just turns like all the way. I don't know how realistic that is. I believe that's something to do with the ground handling in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it should have nothing to do with the developers. These developers, they know what they're doing. Lots of them at least. There are some really crappy ones out there that we should all try to avoid. But your captain is not naming any names. So here's our runway. Okay, so I really started my turn a little bit late there. So yeah, you know, when you take it slow, it does work. And maybe it appears slow because the aircraft is so big, I don't know. This is like one of the toughest ones to taxi. So engines to idle. Let me check my view, because something appears a little bit off. This is really the default view. Spoilers, so we need to arm the spoilers. And now you can see we're in config. there's the green box and there's no text inside, so if we go like this, there will be spoilers in a white box. So that's our config check, so we are configured for takeoff. So now for the view, maybe it was really this. I mean, this would make a little bit more sense, you know. Okay, well, it seems like that is it. What's that actually about lights? Right. So let's get back to our seat, I guess. This one, I think. Alright. So what can we expect? Let's have a look. Looks like it's straight out, really. Let's see, 860 D-Long, Gambler, Houston. So this is all basically a straight line. Yeah, let's see what happens then. So no smoking, auto brake to take off, seatbelts are on as well. We got the flaps to 25. The spoilers are armed. First squawking Charlie and T-gas system is on. If anything else here, like weather and turbulence. Not sure if that actually displays, but let's turn that on. Weather is on. Alright, so TA only. Really? Not go to bother with that too much. Anything else? I don't think so. This is a lot easier in that sense than actually than the RJ. But you know, as I said, my mind is like totally into the RJ at the moment. So let's release parking brakes. This should actually set them right. I know the annunciator is not on, but I thought there was actually something. I would actually swear that they are on. Let's see if we move. Well, we can move. Oh yeah, and was there a flex button then for the flex takeoff? Let me quickly check that. It does look like the parking brake does not want to set for some reason. Oh, it's just this one like this? Well, let's not break it. But that's what I mean, the parking brake should be on. I think this is, at least it changed. I thought actually this was off. But it's not displaying anything here. Oh, it's right here. I was looking at the wrong place. Parking brake on. My bad. Alright, what were we doing? Except, besides procrastinating. Totally got myself out of my flow here. The button for the flex takeoff. Does this have, some of these aircraft have little click spots, like hidden in these screws and stuff. I'm not sure if I remember where it is, man. This might be the toga button. Or, we check, it might have, like the Airbus have these detents. I'm sorry, I totally forgot this aircraft, or forgot some things. We could otherwise maybe let ourselves just be guided by what it is saying here, what it is doing. I think it is now in pitch mode, what that is. Alright, let's just get going. So 50%. Parking brake is still on. Parking brake released. I think we just goes for the full throttle then. We could have set a timer, but that's a little bit late now. The aircraft actually rotating on its own. So we have positive rate, gear up. And let's turn on the autopilot now. And then we got the FedEx message again. Let's first see if the autopilot is actually on. AP1.
Autopilot. Autopilot. Autopilot.
And that is giving us some problems.
Autopilot.
So let's turn it off. Flaps can go to slats. And they can actually be retracted. Let's go nose down a little bit. Follow the in-flight director. So there's that problem again, so I haven't looked it up, but let's just do this, and hopefully that will help us. I'm going to re-engage the autopilot in a bit. Let's go nose down a little bit, not too quick. Let's turn on the autopilot. And it's not on nav, so we should put it on nav. So I forgot to put it on nav. I do remember now that I never clicked nav there. So nav 1, climb thrust and pitch. So can we, how does climb thrust work? Or we just leave it in this position? Let's just leave it in this position, I guess. What was ATS again? Auto thrust system, auto throttle system. I must be doing something wrong, because the exact same thing happened, I think, in the last flight. Engine 1, 2 and 3, FedEx alternates. What could that be, man? Let's turn off the taxi lights. Oh, could have put them on landing. And the runway turn-off lights. Well, we are climbing, landing lights can go off as well. Such a cool looking plane, man. So not too sure now about the engine thing, what's going on there. The engine 1 FedEx thingy. Does it have anything to do with that we have to turn the engine ignition system off, maybe? Can we revert? What is it saying there? Select ignition as required. Or do we actually need it on? Let's turn it off and turn off the FedEx alternative. See what that does. That sounds nothing to worry about. It's just the aircraft telling us it's using its stabilizer. Engine navigation is not armed and select FedEx operator, so they are not related, look not to be related. So at least let's turn on the engine ignition, that's something we can fix. And this, yeah, I'm not really sure, well, this is what the aircraft is telling us to do. But if we leave it on and we actually find some way to fix it, then I'm not sure if we will know that we fixed it. If you know what I mean. So fuel pump wise everything's there, and hydraulics looks to be like that as well. I have no clue, man. It's 19,000 feet, so let's go to standard barometric pressure. We can clean up the auto brake.
Stabilizer motion.
It's always nice to press the test button. Where's the click spot, man? Surely this aircraft should have it too, right? It's just a logo, oxygen mask. Hey, that's a bummer, man. What am I missing? Am I too fast? Sometimes I tend to be a little bit hasty and fast and look all over the place and not see a single thing. Probably a lot of people have this. I don't know. Usually I thought actually you could test it. That's kind of cool. You can click this. That's fully connected though. I like this handle with the stitching around it. Really cool. Really cool. There's definitely a lot of detail in this aircraft. Okay, so what we're looking at on our way to GT, we're still climbing. Let's have a bigger view in the navigational display.
Stabilizer motion.
So on top of climb, we'll be right there. here, 30,000 feet. So in a little bit we will be reaching our cruising altitude, and then we can have a look at our arrival, descent, approach, and then arrival, basically landing. And maybe in the meantime I could also look up to see if there's any other people online that have, you know, asked a question about the FedEx issue. The most likely scenario, as always, is I'm probably just missing something, you know, something was not activated or some sequence was not respected or whatever, something like that. So hopefully there's something we can find. Right, so looks like, what are we now? 32.6. Top of climb is in here as well. And then, you know, that's the difference with the, check something here real quick. I'm hoping not breaking things here. Alright, so there was a cable here. Alright, so yeah, we're almost at cruising altitude. Still not sure about the engine 1, 2 and 3 FedEx alternate warning. We did turn on the alternates up here, the FedEx mode for all three engines, but not sure what the implications, what the implications are. What do you say? You know what the results will be. Looks like the auto thrust system is off. And I believe we had this, we had this very same thing happening earlier. Another flight. And not even sure if this has failures or anything. Oh, there's something here, yes. Systems, digital standby, fuel dipstick, CWS. Tape displays, high decelerator, ABS, single cure, liberty failure, tire failure, wind vacuum type. And call out performance. Oh, where the hell were we? Options, performance, communication. Behavior. I would like a realistic parking brake behavior, save it. Just save. I don't know what went wrong or what's going on. Let's have a look at what we're looking at. Says it's at thrust mode, I guess. And so will it now start to chase that 0.787? No, it looks to be increasing. So I think we have to manage the speed ourselves. Just eyeballing something there. The N1 percentages. Could it have something to do with things that we set up in the FNC? Econ cruise 0.787. I don't know. 787 and we're going a little bit below that now. So SMS speed is not working. I don't know. Let me quickly see if there is anything I can find. Let's look inside again. Engine 1, 2, 3, FedEx. I may remember now. I'm reading something here. Most commonly caused by pushing the throttles past the normal forward stop into overboost. Not sure why you would get this on startup with throttles at idle. What's happening when so that's something else. So yeah, it looks like our behavior. That's what basically what caused it. I want to experiment a little bit now. So what I will do is the aircraft is going to freak out probably, but let's switch these off. Oh, actually it's gone now. Look at it. I actually want to put the engine to idle, but we don't have to do that. So that's being solved. But ATS is now off, but it's no longer yellow. So I think we should just be able to press, zoom in a little, press the SMS speed there. Still looks like it's off, doesn't it?
Stabilizer motion.
So can we, let's see. Just turn off the autopilot for a second.
Autopilot.
Just like to sort of cycle through it, you know, and then turn it, wrong button, turn it on again. And I must say, it does no longer say auto throttle is off, so I'm thinking it might actually be working now. So the speed is increasing, so 0.787 is coming up. So let's just see if that stayed there. If that's the case, then it looks like we finally fixed it. We finally got it fixed. So following nav 1, plus settings, and holding altitude now. And if we select profile, Well, it's just part of the profile, I guess, that it's holding at 360. So what's the thrust going to do now? So we're waiting for the speed to reach 0.787, and then just to see if it will stay there or not. Looks like it. Looks like stable. Yeah, I think so. I think this is basically what it should look like. It's going up and down a little bit, around 787, so that appears to be solved. I'm happy about that, so we do not need that funny stuff and the orange warning lights down here. Since we flying out of Memphis, let's have a little bit of that guitar is way too much out of tune. So for the next time, I think to remember is where to set the thrust or the throttle quadrant. And I have no clue. It doesn't look like there's any indent or anything. So in that sense, I really don't know. There might still be some hidden spot somewhere. I know there's this little button. Can we see what it says? Does it say anything even on there? No, don't think so. On the other side maybe. Just a mess with the pilot. No. Alright, so we're still following the navigation. Looks like my left ear all of a sudden popped open. Which is actually quite funny when you're in a flight simulator and one of your ears actually pops. But it's because of a cold in my left ear. Right, so let's zoom out a little bit more. And I think that is the top of the descent right there. So that's still a while to go. I'm guessing it might be on the progress page, so at least we can see it right here. We have, let's see. I'm thinking at least another 30 minutes then. Or not, we are on our way to FTZ. And we are coming from ODATE. FTZ 360. We should be there in like couple of minutes. That's 54 nautical miles. And then, alright, so let's get our asses into gear. Gear is into action. Well, will the Americans say it? And let's look at the flight plan. We got the runway 27 center. So let's go to the chart here and load up that runway. Approach. ILS 27 center. And we can go for the category 1. So let's put a pin in that one and we hide it, and then we go first. Let's first have a look here at the arrival chart. This is our RNAV arrival into Chicago O'Hare. Can we get ourselves maybe on the chart? Are we on here anywhere yet? No, not yet. There's Pontiac, that's what I like to call it. Turtle. Let's see. Let's have a look at the approach chart. This is the localizer 111.9. I believe the aircraft does it on its own. I have to get used to that button not working. Let's see. Go to the nav page. This will populate on its own as soon as we're there. The final approach course 273, and that's also going to be in there, I believe. And then at Driscoll, we will have the start of the glide slope. That will be at 2200 feet. And the airport elevation is 680. So Driscoll, let's have a look at that. Driscoll, Louis, Grico, Nichols. Let's get the flight plan page. For Turtle, Tigri, Reno. They're all on the initial approach. Turtle takes us to Reno. And we're landing 27, so that should be from the right to the left, from the east to the west. So is it taking us to Jorge, Yorio, or Kirk, Vulcan, Tony, Reggie? So Reno, and then Yorio, Monks, Tony, and then vectors. So Yorio, Monks, Tony. We got Yorio, Monks, Tony. Not sure if I can see which one Tony is. This looks to be Reggie. There is Tony, but I do not see anything. Maybe they're next to each other. Let's assume that for now. So Yorio, Monks, Tony, then we'll be here, and then we should get vectors. And it doesn't look like there's any waypoints looking here. Let's see on the final approach chart. Grico, Nichols. So after vector, we should be vector to Jumbo and then Driscoll. So maybe we could insert Grico and or Nichols. Let's do Nichols, that's NCHLS. So, and CHLS, Nichols. And can we put that on vector? So after Tony will come Nichols. So let's go to the plan page, click on plan, that's quite convenient actually. And this is a very nice overview. So after Tony, so Nichols is a little bit of overkill actually, if you ask me. So we can delete that. So clear Nichols. That should be out. So after Tony, Let's see if there was the other one after Nichols was Krikel. So let's just put in Krikel. So that's Krikel, and we put it there. That looks nice. Look, there's a little curve, and then we hook that up. So we delete the flatland discontinuity right there. Clear only discontinuity, and we clear. Oh, that's not allowed. Then we clear vacuum, and then maybe we can clear the flatland discontinuity. There you go. So this is also looking a little bit funny. That bell curve there. So maybe actually from Tony we can simply go to Jumbo like this. Shall we try that? So let's delete Krikel. Let's see what it's going to look like. So we delete Krikel, and then we delete the flatland discontinuity. I guess it's going to work out. So Jumbo, and then how much further is it from Jumbo? That is 12 miles from the ILS. So the ILS is IUYJ. So that's at 12.7 nautical miles. This should be plenty of time to capture the localizer and get ourselves configured for landing. So that's the way we'll do it. 11.9 273. We don't have to put it in, but I noticed that it just gives me peace of mind if I do that. So that's sitting there now. That's good. So we're back. Oh, looks like we're back on the map page. Where's the map? Let's go flight plan. Actually, see, we're not at the top of descent yet, so zoom out a little bit. So the top of descent is coming up there. So we can now, let's get rid of the navigraph there. So we set up the final approach, and performance, the approach, runway 27 center, clean minimum speed 169 knots, flat extension minimum 138, flap 28 minimum 127 knots, approach speed is 136, which is basically 131 plus wind correction of 5 knots. So I'm assuming actually that's another airplane as well. So that's 136 knots will be our final approach speed. So we get to set the flaps here. Not sure what the 50 means there, land. I don't think, oh, that's full flaps on this one, okay. And that looks to be selected. What happens if we click it? Then it says 35. So we'll leave that at 50. Landing weight, length of the runway, elevation is an interior, that's very nice. And go around. Let's not do that, sorry, that's no approach. So I think that's okay, so we just need to remember 136 will be the final approach speed basically. Let's go back to the flight plan page. And the top of descent is there. We are on our way to Turtle. That's in 188 nautical miles. Our top of descent is coming up there. Is there anything to see on the progress page maybe with regards to the top of descent? Maybe the next page. That's a fixed page, actually also quite nice. Could maybe do that as well. The ref page, what is it? Doesn't appear to be the one. I thought there was another page here. See, there's take off. Secondary flight plan, will not use that as the inlet page. Performance, maybe it is. Let's we go to the next page for the descent. Does it say maybe how much longer to descend? Nope. Fix, just for putting in a fix. Progress page. Let's add a next page as well, just that's not it. Well, that's it right there, and I'm not seeing it. But never read, that cannot be it. And direct intercept. I don't know. Engine out, what does that mean? Nothing's happening. We just broke something. I don't know. At least we have the navigational display. So in about 80 nautical miles, the top of descent. So we still got a little bit to go. Because we're flying out of Memphis. Okay, that's enough of that, man. So, top of descent is in about 45 nautical miles or so. I believe this aircraft tends to slow down a little bit, well, slowly. Such a beautiful little plane, man. Well, actually not a big, it's a big plane, it's not a little plane, but very beautiful. Well, looks like there's some stars, man. It looks like Orion, Orion's belt, Betelgeuse. And around there should be Sirius. That's right in front of the aircraft nose. Right there, I'm not sure if you can see it. So I looked it up. This is an official flight. I believe FedEx actually uses the MD-11 to this day to fly from Memphis to Chicago O'Hare. So I thought it was quite interesting. I also found another livery, a retro livery for Delta Airlines and a retro livery for Alitalia. They both look so cool. I just had to download them. They're free from flightsim.io. I'm a very bad streamer, I guess, for not providing the names of the developers when I'm mentioning their name. At the same time, no one's ever fucking watching my shit anyway, with the exception of a couple of people, which is all okay. But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, it's nice to give people credit, like. Credit is what credit due. So I know I'm saying that I'm not giving it. It's just I download them, I think it's what you just do. You download them, put them in a folder. But hopefully you can find these things online, And if you anyone who ever sees this and then thinks like, hey man, I would like to check that out, you just go check it out. It's not rocket science. It's flight simulation and having some fun and entertainment. You know what I mean? And there's a bit of expression there as well, which is all very nice. So let's have a look, because the top of descent is coming up there. 21:59. Where is our timer? This aircraft probably passed it 100 times. Anyway, forget that. But top of descent. So how do we do this again? So let's think we put in 11,000. Let's just do that. And then we go to like open descent or something like that. So this is now a 10-mile range. So the top of descent is now 10 miles ahead. Check the performance page. So the descent speed should be 0.823, and I believe that's exactly what it says here in the flight plan as well, 0.823, which is actually higher than our current speed. Would that make sense to anyone? Anyway, let's we are on profile to 11,000. So do we just pull the button there. Let's have both. So this interview. What is it going now? Profile to. Let's see. Is this changing over? So at least it knows where we are. It doesn't look like it's descending yet. One part of me just wants to wait it out a little bit longer. But at the same time, as said, this aircraft tends to slow down a little slowly. It looks like speed is actually going up. That's very interesting. So we're at idle clamp, so that's the way to descend this aircraft then. When I see idle clamp, I'm like, I only know that from this aircraft, but I forget it until I see it. It's like, oh yeah, it's idle clamp, that's what they call it. So there is that. If you ask me, the speed appears a little bit high, but I guess it's all planned. It's interesting, why are the engines not on idle when we do this? I don't like this at all. It's getting way too close to the maximum speed. We're on our way to Turtle, where we should be 310 knots. That's more like it. But yeah, okay, so it's trying to get almost at 310. I guess it's okay then. Looks a little bit scary, that close to the red. But we're descending. And let's zoom out again. See if we can see where we will end up. And the aircraft doing it all on its own. And Turtle will be precisely at the altitude that we set there, 11,000 feet. Or we set it here, but this is what the aircraft's doing.
Stabilizer motion.
Speed is a little bit high, 314. Not sure if we get drag request, not yet, but maybe we should just do that ourselves. Put in a little bit. How do I do this? There we go. To 1/3. See what that does. Don't appear to be doing a whole lot. So scroll down. It don't appear to be very, so let's go full. We should be on FMS speed, right? Let's just click that again. That's a pitch now, okay. Oh well. Looks like we'll definitely make that for sure in any case. So let's check the weather. Do we have the weather here? We go to dispatch. Fuel arrival airport charts, departures, available fuel. No. So then what we'll do, we will check Navigraph for the latest weather at Chicago here. So open airport, weather, 240, 8 knots, so runway 27 center, that should be okay. So 240, 8 knots, and some clouds, or what's 10 SM? Some clouds at 10,000 feet. Other than that clear, temperature -3. Altimeter 3048, that's important. So 3048, let's put that in. And we should do that now. 9048, so we have a local QNH. Speed 295. Let's retract the spoilers. Zoom in a little bit. That is Turtle, then Irie. Well, speed is all 310, altitude is all 11,000 feet. Let's check that on the chart. And it goes Turtle, Irie, Reno, Yorio, Monks. It's now saying 11,000 feet. Turtle 11,000. Rhino, Yorio.
Altitude.
I'm not sure if I'm seeing it really. Isn't that supposed to be on the chart, or does this apply until the next restriction maybe? Not really sure about that. We are supposed to get vectors, so that probably also includes altitude, right? So let's see. I don't know. So Turtle coming up. We're already at 11,000 feet. Speed holding at 310 knots. So for the landing system, let me have a quick look at that. We have approach land. That's probably the approach button then that we will need. It looks like a combination for the entire approach basically. Traffic data, let's turn on data, 11,000. Can turn on or off waypoints. Airports, I'm good. Alright, so we're chilling at 11,000 feet now. So let's look ahead. So we have Monks. Let's actually turn on the plan page in the meantime as well. And then we zoom in a little bit more. So we have Turtle, Irie, Rhino, Yorio, Monks, then comes Tony. That is 9,244. So Reno, Yorio, Monks, and then we go down to Tony, 9244, and then Jumbo 4000, and then Driscoll 2200. So that's where the glide slope starts. So yeah, that's exciting. So we are on our way to Turtle still. That's 18.7 nautical miles. So that's Turtle. Right, so let's go back to the map page. we maybe create a range ring around the ILS. Have a look at the Navigraph chart. Driscoll, speeding of the glide slope 273, and that is 6.7 nautical miles. Go back here, and I think, can we copy that name, or do we just look what it's called? Runway 27 center. No, you can just click on it, we're not doing that. So fix runway 27 center. Not in database. So is that then KORD 27 center? Nope. Just 27 center. Nope. I'm not sure then. Oh well, let's leave it. Almost a turtle. Some moisture there to the left, not too crazy, a little bit hazy. So here's turtle. So now I'm on the way to Highly. So the speed does not change all the way through here. And I do want to see on the chart again. I don't think there was speed restrictions as well. And it's a little bit scary because I know the aircraft, you know, I think it sort of looks like it's slowly braking only. Oh, it's not the one I meant, this one, and let's put it on dark again. I'm not really sure, we could maybe go a little bit slower if you want. Our final approach speed was 136 knots. We're now at 310, and they're making us they're making us descend relatively late, at least in my opinion. Maybe just because I'm a newbie pilot, but yeah, there appears to be braking late, if you ask me. Let's go through this final approach section here and see if we can zoom in a little bit more. No, so Monks and then to Tony, that's basically when we start descending. Okay, we'll see how many track miles that is maybe. So from Monks to Tony. Not sure if it says it on here, does it? Oh, might it be called ILS 27 Center? Will be fixed? We'll try that. ILS 27 Center. Will be cool. Nope, not in database. Alright. Away you go. Oh well. go back to the plan page. No, the map page. So up next, Heidi, 3.4 miles, and then Reno. So if you're a FedEx pilot and you're flying from Memphis to Chicago or half today, probably what you would fly over, at least more or less. There appears to be some airport there. Turn on airport. Probably that one, I don't know. Turn it off again. So after 11,000 feet, it will be 9244. We can dial it in now. Let's go 9200 feet. So we're basically just pre-dialing that. This is wide, hold. So what happens if we now click the profile button for the altitude? It should not be sent, but I'm hoping the hold will say something like displaying something that we aren't in. See? And that seems to be okay. So profile to the following profile, 9200 feet, and then 4000. But it's not doing it yet. The altitude is white. I guess that's orange. Not sure why that is not white as well then. 4,000 above the 9200. But the ILS is received. IU Yankee Juliet YJ. 18 miles range. That's basically in front of us. Let's see, 3 school runway. Yeah, it's to the front to the right. Probably the airport. Alright, cool man. So it looks like we're here. You know what we could do? We do not have to descend actually just yet, do we? It's only going to be at Monks. So the thing is, 11,000, well, we can easily do that. Probably like a minute or so at 2,000 feet descent rate. I'm going to turn on the landing lights, just so we do not have to worry about that later on. Let's also turn on the runway turn-off lights and the wing lights. It's a very bright day, so it's a little bit hard to see. Let's get this view out. This always turns around, I don't know why it does that. The aircraft chilling here nice and quietly. I really like it, it's quite soothing. So looks like we're turning. And we can definitely see the lights actually been extended, I think. Let's get up close. I think this is actually coming from inside the aircraft. There you go. Nice. Don't remember looking at it like that. Alright, so let's get back into focus. There's the city of Chicago. On our way to Monks, 4.5 nautical miles, so that's going to go happening a little quick. That's autumn. I think actually we'll be using the speed brakes quite a lot in the next couple of minutes. Anything else here that we need to set up? Do not believe so. Well, yes, the auto brake, let's put it on minimum. So we should have local QNH. Let's zoom in a little bit now. On the way to Tony, so let's descend. Idle clamp. And this is not a very big descent, it's only like 2,000 feet or something. We're definitely slowing down actually. I'm happy to see that. Tony 189. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll make that. Still 9.5 nautical miles to go. Let's quickly check after landing. Where do we go? So 277. It's actually okay.
Altitude.
Cargo ramp could be over there, so let's exit to the right. Let's start with that, exit to the right, and then we'll see. Okay, so we're 1,000 feet. We were 1,000 feet from 9,200, speed 246. The landing lights are on. I believe we didn't turn off these seatbelt signs, but it's such a cargo flight, it's just like only the pilots flying and maybe some people in the back. Could have sworn it had a little testing button there. Okay, 9,200, speed is 244, and looks like it was climbing. And there comes the speed restriction, so the aircraft is now, there you go, decelerating, very nice, doing it all on its own. Let's keep an eye on the speed there though. So from Tony to Jumbo.
Stabilizer motion.
Should go to 4,000 feet. Let's see if the aircraft deceler is descending. There it goes. Speed 203. So 12 miles, and we should be at speed of 158, and we're not even at target speed for Tony. So I'm going to extend the speed brakes now. It's 21 nautical miles from the airport. Speed 187. Sort of holding there. Even picking up a little bit, even though the speed brake is out.
Stabilizer motion.
We're still a little bit above the glide slope, but we do have a ways to go. There's traffic. Look. Cool. So that's Chicago. Let's quickly have a look outside the window. That looks like a war zone again. Right, so we're almost at the ILS, or the glide slope. Not really where it starts going down, but it's basically the interception point. So speed 189. But we are actually on our way to Jumbo, and we have 4 miles to go. We should be at 158. It says 158 plus, so that's maybe stupid. So let's make it 158 slash.
Stabilizer motion.
I know it's fairly late. Oh, remove drag. Okay, that's very nice. 175. All right, so let's see. The runway is there. So approach button. So the approach is armed. So we keep on chilling like this.
Altitude.
Very good. And then up next will be 2000. So let's keep on descending. Idle climb 2000, with below the interception for the glide slope. There's the localizer, so that will be captured. Hopefully we will see this captured. Lock, there we go. And we start turning. Descending. Speed 175. And the range is 12.8 nautical miles.
Stabilizer motion.
Let's check what else it says in the speed there. 132, 136. That's funny. 132 and then accelerate. So let's put in 136 and forward slash. Okay. Not sure about the flaps. I think we can definitely drop some. And if this is anything like I believe the Boeing and or the Airbus, we probably flat retraction speed, that's for these flats.
2500. Altitude.
So this is us. This is Chicago. Alright, anything else? We're almost at 2,000 feet. Speed, so we're at basically final approach speed. Actually a little bit low.
Sink rate.
Yeah,
Sink rate.
what I was thinking.
Glide slow. Sink rate. Glide slow.
Landing gear.
Sink rate.
Autopilot.
Glide slow.
Let's turn off the autopilot.
Glide slow.
This is really interesting.
Sink rate.
Landing gear.
Glide slow. Sink rate.
Landing gear.
Too low. Gear. Glide slow.
I know, man. We're way too early. What the hell is going on?
Approaching minimum.
Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear.
Minimum.
Oh my god, man. This is not going well.
Pull up.
100.
Pull up.
Full thrust, but we're not going, man. Oh my god. Oh shit, man. I'm gonna have to look back. What the hell happened there? Must have been a pilot error, but it really felt like I'm saying pilot error, but actually it did feel more like it was simply following what it was supposed to be doing. I don't know. I know we changed the speed from 132 to 136, but you know, but it was going below that actually. It was at 127 or something. I could check back. I believe I actually retracted the spoilers, so unless I forgot them, then that would sort of make sense. What just happened, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to look back and learn if there's anything to learn either about the aircraft or about my operations. So well, we crashed. That's very unfortunate. Luckily, it was not a plane full of passengers. It's just two pilots flying. But at least looks like we landed into some trees. It was very unfortunate for the trees and for maybe the birds living in it. But it looks like we did not take out any people who were not really participating, if you know what I mean. Okay, man. So well, that's it, I guess. Thank you very much for checking, and come back soon. And everybody stay funky. See you at the next video. Bye bye.